The Vernon Boulevard bike lane is a 2.5-mile path in Queens from 51st Avenue in Long Island City to Main Avenue in Astoria. In Long Island City, it connects with 50th Avenue and 51st Avenue for access to and from Hunters Point South, 49th Avenue for access to the Pulaski Bridge to Greenpoint, Brooklyn, 44th Drive to and from downtown Long Island City, Queensbridge Park and the Queens Plaza Greenway, which enables access to Midtown Manhattan, and on 36th Avenue, the Roosevelt Island Bridge. In Astoria, the bike path connects with Rainey Park and Socrates Sculpture Park, 34th Avenue and 31st Avenue for travel further east into Astoria, and 8th Street for travel to the Astoria waterfront and Astoria Park. At Hallett's Cove starting in August 2017, you will also be able to catch the NYC ferry. The Vernon Boulevard bike lane is a shared lane on the side with northbound traffic and on the side with southbound traffic, a combination partially two-way protected bike lane and one-way shared lane. The two-way protected bike lane begins at 46th Avenue and ends at Main Avenue with gaps in between. If you are traveling southbound, having a partially protected bike lane is definitely a plus. However, if you are traveling northbound, I recommend you not to take the protected bike lane on the left side of the street. The protected lane is too broken up and you must switch sides often. This makes it less than ideal. Use the shared lane when traveling northbound and take the lane when necessary to signal drivers to pass you safely and to avoid car doors. When using the shared lane, make sure to keep an eye out for double parked cars. There are brakes in the protected lane to make room for bus stops. When there is a bus, you must detour onto the sidewalk and back onto the lane again. This is legal and the city has signs posted to advise you of this. Even though this is a partially protected lane, the only protection you have are thin plastic bollards and scattered jersey barriers. Oftentimes, the businesses here will park their vehicles in the lane and force you into a tight space, the sidewalk, or the street to get past. Vernon Boulevard between 44th Road and 46th Avenue in the protected lane is particularly dangerous, due to the businesses here which like to use it as their parking space. Rough roads, inconsistent drainage resulting in water buildup, and debris. Particular care must be used when traveling near Rainey Park between 33rd Road and 34th Avenue, and near Queensbridge Park between 40th Avenue and the Queensboro Bridge, as there is no protected bike lane on the street. However, you may take a short detour through the parks to avoid car traffic. These detours enable you to view the East River as well as great views of the Manhattan skyline, and in Queensbridge Park you may also see the Queensboro Bridge. Right under the Queensboro Bridge there is a short distance where the protected two-way bike path narrows into one lane with markings for only northbound travel and none for southbound. I don't know why the city did this, and it makes it very confusing for riders. I mean, if I saw this for the first time, I'd be wondering to myself, where are all the southbound riders supposed to go? I'd be confused. Caution is advised between Broadway and 33rd Road next to Costco Wholesale, as it is a busy area with an active driveway. Active driveways are also present in the protected bike lane from 35th Avenue all the way to 44th Drive, with particular notice to the Con Edison Learning Center near 44th Avenue. For scenery, the restaurants and neighborhood from 51st Avenue to 44th Drive are pleasant destinations to recharge yourself with some food. In addition, Rainey Park, Socrates Sculpture Park, the Costco Warehouse Waterfront Path, and Hallett's Cove definitely add to the value of the route. For the final scores, the Vernon Boulevard path receives a score of 6 out of 10 for safety. While the route is partially protected for traveling southbound, one must still be aware of all times of the safety hazards, such as parked cars, debris, and active driveways. When traveling northbound, I wouldn't bother with a protected lane as it breaks up too easily, and just use the shared lane. Be careful of traffic and be wise. I give the path a score of 9 out of 10 for access. There are many east and west routes that intersect the bike path, and it is only lacking bike lanes to Gantry State Park as well as bike lanes between Queensbridge Park and 34th Avenue. For scenery, the path gets a score of 7 out of 10. The restaurants near Gantry State Park and Hunters Point, as well as Queensbridge Park, Rainey Park, Socrates Sculpture Park, all add value to the score. However, the path still travels through a mixed commercial and residential area with little greenery in between. This gives the Vernon Boulevard bike path an average score of 7.3 out of 10. It is a decent bike path and one I would definitely recommend riding. Thank you for watching.